So if you want to learn how to safely search a building or a room, get experience from somebody who has been there. Okay, you can find private security professionals that have searched buildings and rooms in a safe manner. They're out there, and there's some good instructors out there. But this is the problem with private security. And I don't want you guys to think that I think I'm up here because I'm in law enforcement. Remember, I did about 5 years of private security, and I could relate to many of you. And this channel, about half of it is dedicated to private security professionals. It's dedicated to giving you guys knowledge to do your job a lot safer than what you are currently doing right now. So I do not, trust me, I don't think I'm up here when it comes to this. But with private security, again, you might have somebody that has experience, but the problem is this: in this private security professional's career, who has critiqued this person? So has anybody evaluated this person during their field performance? If not, well, that's an issue that I see. Okay. Now, if this private security professional has attended some courses that helps him search a building effectively, well, that's great. But we want to see that posted on this person's website or webpage or maybe a YouTube channel. We at least want the proof. Now, for law enforcement, in order to be a full-time permanent law enforcement officer, many places you have to go through a field training officer program. You'll normally have 2 or 3 different FTOs, field training officers, that critique you. And if you don't meet the minimum standards of the police department or law enforcement agency, then you're out. They kick you out, they terminate you. You're constantly evaluated by different field training officers on how you field perform. And then after field training, which is about, depending on where you go, again, it could be 12 to 16 weeks, 20 weeks, maybe longer than that. You're constantly evaluated by a sergeant, okay? And then you constantly have this training that annual refresher courses that you have to go to, and there's usually firearms and arrest control techniques are in there. And you're also doing your own building searches. You're doing room clearances. And even when you're off of training, you have more senior officers giving you more advice. Now, yes, there could be crappy field training officers, crappy firearm instructors, crappy sergeants, watch commanders, you name it. But there's less of a chance of you getting an incompetent instructor if you have somebody with law enforcement experience. Now, I know this might upset some of you guys out there. I want to make it clear here, there are very good private security instructors, but the problem is evaluating their experiences in the past. It's more difficult to do than if somebody is in law enforcement and this is their normal job. Now, if this is an executive protection course, I rather take it from somebody who's a private security professional who does mostly executive protection or close quarters protection. They come in different names, but I want somebody that has that experience rather than a police officer, law enforcement officer. So me personally, I don't have a lot of experience with executive protection. There are private security, oh, the ants. See, I told you, you gotta watch out for these ants here. There's a lot of close protection agents, executive protection agents that have a lot more experience than me in that field. So I might give a course, but I'm gonna need somebody else that has some experience in that field. Again, I have a little bit of experience, but not a lot of experience, if that makes any sense. First aid CPR, do I want somebody with experience giving first aid to people, CPR? I would prefer that. If you have somebody that has EMT experience or they're a prior paramedic, they probably have that experience. Law enforcement officers might have that experience, same thing with private security. If you apply what you learn, you're gonna have that skill set. So that's something to also look at. So for first aid, CPR courses, you guys, this is a crazy thing is many fire departments, off-duty firefighters, they undervalue their experience to train others in first aid and CPR. So for the most part, you can assume if they have experience in that they have that experience, and there's a good possibility that they are able to transfer that skill set to you. Okay. Firearms courses. A friend of mine sent me a text message with a link that shows you how to vet firearm instructors, and they talked about they basically said, hey, who do you want to teach you to clear a room or a building? Somebody that has the NRA instructor certificate, which is, I think it's an 8-hour class, or somebody that has special operations experience who has actually kicked down doors when there's armed threats inside and been engaged in close quarter combat. Okay. And that was a question that was posed. I don't think that's necessary for me to have an instructor with that experience in every course that I take, because look at this. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about our special operations people. I love them. They do great things in America and overseas. They protect us well. But if you cannot transfer your skill set, knowledge, and abilities to the student, the amount that you're charging for the course isn't worth it. Because I can have somebody that has a basic NRA course that has 8 hours that is very good at transferring skill set to somebody that will charge you a lot less. Okay, look at it. You have this special skill set. That's awesome, but can you transfer it to your students? Now, that's a question that you're going to have to research. You could look at other people's reviews. The best way to find a training company or firearm instructor is word of mouth, obviously. You could go through online reviews, see what other people are saying, okay? You might have some people in the military community or law enforcement community, they might say that they can't disclose how many years of experience they have, they can't disclose exactly what they did. I get that, but sometimes there's a reason for them not wanting to disclose too much. Maybe they have something to hide. Yes, there's always that possibility that they are in some special unit and vowed not to say anything. They took an oath not to disclose any information. I see that. But there has to be a way that you can verify their experience. Okay? Another thing is this. I know a lot of you guys watch YouTube. I was one of, I don't know if you guys watch Patty Mayo. He is a bounty hunter. I think he did some private investigation stuff. And then before he got into the bounty hunting shows, he was doing the, what was it that he was doing? He was doing some like pranks on people. Okay, funny guy, definitely. So I started watching his videos, and then one day I saw him. He got into a shootout. Okay, a shootout.
He's got a. I hear a gun. He's got a gun. He's got a gun. He's got a gun. Hold.
So well orchestrated that I was really wondering whether this video is authentic or not. And then my other concern is this: why are you disclosing everything that happened, showing it all on video, if you are basically going to be investigated by a law enforcement agency for attempted murder? Okay, justifiable, okay, attempted homicide. I'm sorry, attempted homicide. You're going to be investigated for attempted homicide, and most likely the law enforcement agency is going to show that it was justifiable. Okay, why would you disclose all that information to the public? Okay, you want to zip it. Okay, after a critical incident like that. So that really didn't make any sense. And then I think it was 2 months later he started posting his videos where he is some rural area and he starts pulling people over. I think on the back said sheriff or something like that. And all the pullovers we're on some distant road, middle of nowhere, and then there was always some type of a bust or a fight. I mean, that just isn't real life. So later on, somebody called him out, and he said, "Hey, this is just entertainment. Okay, just entertainment. This isn't real life." And then he had a disclaimer, which maybe I missed in the comments, not the comments, but in the description, that it was for entertainment purposes only. Okay, maybe something that I have missed. But a lot of, I know that there's a handful of you guys that watch that. You guys don't use any of the tactics that are in there. Patty Mayo, let me ask you, maybe he's gone through some training, I don't know, but who is constantly evaluating him? Okay, don't know. And I also don't like that he called out, I think it's Bounty Hunter D on video. I mean, just said some things that were profane and that are not very professional. So I really didn't like that. You guys get to choose if you still want to watch him or not. You know, it's up to you. I still subscribe to his channel. Some of the things look interesting. I'm trying to decipher whether it's real or not. He told Bounty Hunter D that he was a female cat, okay, on YouTube. You know, that's one of his reasons. Or he's scared. Okay, he's scared, and that's why he wasn't on the show anymore. And he said for a number of reasons. Number one, because he would always ask the crew if the people there are armed, and they always want more information on them, and then sometimes he would not want to engage in it. And then he's telling his viewers that he was scared. You guys, scared is necessary. Okay, you need to be scared, because if you're scared, then you might not partake in some actions. So I really didn't appreciate him saying, "Oh, he was scared." Okay, you have to be scared in this game. Now, I don't know if any of the stuff that he shows is real, because the earlier videos were not real. So that draws me to question whether right now the videos are real. As for Bounty Hunter D's videos, very interesting videos. I don't know if they're real or not. I'm not saying that they are and they're not. I just haven't analyzed them as much as I did with Patty. But Bounty Hunter D seems to be of more acceptable character in my book. Okay, if you even put any credibility to my book. So you got a little bit more insight in the training community, you guys. If somebody just discloses their name and they have just, I mean, not a lot of instructor certifications, you might want to ask them. I mean, they shouldn't be disqualified from the training community, but just ask them, hey, why are you qualified to train me on this? On customer relations, on CPR, officer safety, advanced firearms, whatever it is, why are you qualified to teach me? Okay, and in no way I'm saying that you need to be attending courses where instructors have been in lethal situations. I'm not saying that should be a criteria, because just because you've been in a lethal situation, that does not make you a qualified instructor. Okay, it doesn't make you qualified. You have to be able to transfer the requisite knowledge, skills, and ability, and transfer that skill set, knowledge, and ability to your students. Okay, if you've been in some lethal encounter, less lethal encounter, or kind of where you're going to go lethal and then you went less lethal, that's a great experience. It's rare, but you have to be able to transfer that skill set to the student. Okay, so just because you see some biography of somebody that has an elaborate amount of experience, again, it means something if they're able to transfer that skill set. How do you know they transfer the skill set? Through other reviews. Hope this video helps you choose an instructor out there. You guys, I have no really intent. I have no intent on providing this video. Right now, if you reach out to me, there's no training that I provide. Okay, I don't provide any training right now at the moment. Maybe in the future, I might. I don't want you to think that I'm making this video because I'm trying to disqualify other instructors and then to come to me. That's not the case. Okay, look me up. You can't attend any. I don't have any courses for you to attend right now. Okay. Hope this video helps you. Select a good instructor. You guys all be safe. Take care. If you have any other desire for any other videos, please let me know. As you can see, the thunderstorms are coming in. This beautiful forest Mountain lions are probably moving in, and the only thing that's biting here right now are the ants. Mosquitoes are soon to come. You guys all be safe. Take care.